Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. I am Ana May Abordaje, and we are the reporter of The Helping Art of Clinical Nursing by Ernestine Wedenbach. Ernestine Wedenbach was born on August 18, 19,000 in Hamburg, Germany. Her conceptual model was The Helping Art of Clinical Nursing, and she finished Bachelor of Arts from Wellesley College in 1922, registered nurse from Johns Hopkins School of Nursing in 1925, Master of Arts from Teachers College, Columbia University in 1934, Certificate in Nurse Midwifery from the Maternity Center, Association School for Nurse Midwives in New York in 1946. The Helping Art of Clinical Nursing is a nursing theory that emphasizes the role of nursing in assisting patients to overcome barriers and to achieve optimal health outcomes. So, merong theoretical sources na related sa theory ni Wedenbach, which is from Ida Orlando Pelletier, Patricia James, and William Dekoff. Kay Ida Orlando Pelletier, understanding of the use of self and the effect the nurse's thoughts and feelings has on the outcome of her action. Si Ida Orlando, siya yung nag-contribute ng concept na therapeutic use of self, which is yun yung paggamit ng sariling personalidad, damdamin at mga kasanayan at pag-uugali ng isang nurse para tulungan yung pasyente niya na gumaling. Ibig sabihin, ginagamit ng nurse yung lakas niya at yung kahinaan niya para tulungan yung pasyente niya na bumalik sa normal yung kalusugan niya. Next is Patricia James and William Dekoff. Sila yung nag-identify ng elements ng prescriptive theory na ginawa ni Wedenbach, which she developed more fully in meeting the realities of clinical teaching. Yung prescriptive theory ay may tatlong factor, which is the central purpose, which the practitioner recognizes as essential to the particular discipline, the prescription for the fulfillment of central purpose, the realities in the immediate situation that influence the central purpose. So, yung central purpose dito, ayon kay Wedenbach, na siya yung nagsabi na ang nurse ay dapat gumawa ng, dapat mayroon silang malinaw na layunin or yung central purpose nila sa kanilang trabaho, which is yung tulungan yung pasyente nila na gumaling. Next is yung prescription. Mayroon silang particular na hakbang na dapat gawin para matupad yung layunin nila o yung central purpose nila. Yun yung prescription nila. The next is the realities. Dapat isaalang-alang ng mga nurse yung mga nangyayari sa paligid nila. Yung mga pawang katotohanan lamang dapat yung ilagay nila doon sa prescription para hindi ito maka-apekto sa layunin nila na tulungan yung pasyente na gumaling. Then, halimbawa sa central purpose is yung layunin nila na tulungan yung pasyente na gumaling. Then sa prescription, susuriin ng nurse yung sintomas ng pasyente at doon na siya magbibigay ng gamot at magbibigay siya ng suporta sa pasyente. Then sa realities, dapat alam ng nurse yung kalagayan ng pasyente, yung mga gamot na binibigay niya, dapat alam niya yung kung ano yung nasa paligid ng pasyente, kung ano talaga yung pinagmulan ng sakit ng isang pasyente before niya ibigay yung gamot, kasi kapag nagkamali siya doon, maaaring makaapekto ito sa kalusugan ng isang pasyente o baka maglala pa yung sakit nito. The next is the major concept and definition. First is the patient. The patient, any person who has entered the healthcare system and is receiving help of some kind, such as care, teaching, or advice, need not be ill, since someone receiving health-related education would qualify as a patient. So, according kay Wedenbach, para sa kanya, yung patient is not all about kapag may sakit ka is patient ka. Hindi porket na sa hospital ka, nakahiga ka, pasyente ka na. Para sa kanya, yung pasyente, Kapag nagagather ka ng information, nagtatanong ka, humihingi ka ng payo, nagpapaalaga ka, kahit na totally wala ka naman talagang sakit, as long as naghihingi ka ng payo at information, mako-consider ka as a patient. Next is a need for help. Any measure or action required and desired by the patient that has the potential to restore or extend the ability to cope with the demand implicit in his situation. It is crucial to nursing profession that a need for help be based on the individual perception of his own situation. So according kay Weidenbach, yung a need for help ay nakabase siya sa sa sariling paniniwala ng isang patient, hindi sa paniniwala ng nurse. So ang halimbawa nito, kapag yung pasyente ay kakatapos lang ng opera, of course yung katawan niya hindi niya pa kayang igalaw, wala pa siyang energy kasi nga bagong opera pa lang. So yung a need for help niya, kailangan niya ng tutulong sa kanya sa pagbihis, sa pagligo, sa pagkain, sa emotional na suporta. So as a nurse, dapat yung nurse yung tumutugon sa pangangailangan na batay sa paniniwala ng isang pasyente at hindi doon sa paniniwala niya. Next is the nurse. The nurse is a functioning human being. The nurse not only acts but thinks and feels as well. For the nurse whose action is directed toward the achievement of a specific purpose, thoughts and feelings have a disciplined role to play. So, sabi ko kanina, yung nurse, hindi lang basta-basta isang nurse. Hindi lang basta dapat nag-a-act yung isang nurse, kundi dapat nag-iisip din yung nurse and marunong din makiramdam doon sa pasyente. So, dapat alam niya kung ano yung background ng pasyente, saan nagmula yung sakit niya, before niya isipin or i-analyze yung mga bagay-bagay bago siya magbigay ng gamot. So, yung nurse, sila dapat yung tumutulong o nagbibigay ng suporta o tumutugon sa pangangailangan ng pasyente kasi nga, yung role ng isang nurse is tulungan yung pasyente niya. So, dito kay Weidenbach, hindi lang siya about sa sweldo, kundi meron talagang central purpose kung bakit ginagawa ng nurse yung obligasyon niya, kundi para tulungan yung pasyente niya na gumaling. Next is the purpose. The purpose that which the nurse wants to accomplish through what she does is the overall goal toward which she is striving, and so is constant. The nurse's reason for being and for doing, it is all of the activities directed towards the overall good of the patient. So, yung purpose, yun na nga yung sa kabuuan niya na gusto yung goal ng isang nurse is yung tulungan or yung ma-accomplish niya yung magawa niya yung bagay na yung central purpose na gusto niya para sa isang pasyente, at yun yung bumalik yung kalusugan ng isang pasyente at tulungan ito na gumaling. So, sa purpose, yun na yung pangkabuuan na gusto o yung rason ng isang nurse para tulungan yung pasyente niya na bumalik at mapabuti yung kalidad ng buhay, mabigyan ng suporta yung pasyente at syempre yung pamilya nito. So sa lahat, yung aksyon ng nurse dapat nakatuon lang sa pagkamit ng layunin niya na tulungan yung pasyente niya.
Good day, so I am Najla Di Abdullah and I will be discussing about the philosophy. The philosophy, an attitude toward life and reality that evolves from the nurse's beliefs and code of conduct, motivates the nurse to act, guides her, and thinking about what she is to do and influences her decisions. Philosophy underlies purpose and purpose reflects philosophy. So, the philosophy of nursing is basically the nurse's personal beliefs and values that guide how they approach life and their work. It influences how they think, decide, and act when caring for patients. For instance, if a nurse believes in the importance of compassion and empathy, That belief will shape how they provide care. Ang purpose o layunin ng nurse tulad ng pagtulong sa pagpapagaling o pagbibigay ng comfort ay nagmumula or galing sa philosophy na iyon. So in short, the nurse's philosophy is what drives their action and the decisions in their role. So next is the practice. Knowledge, judgment, and skills are three aspects necessary for effective practice. Identification, ministration, and validation are three components of practice directly related to the patient's care. Coordination of resources is indirectly related to it. So, there are three important things you need to be effective. Number one is the knowledge. Ito yung mga kaalaman mo about the concepts, facts, and information na kailangan mong malaman sa trabaho. Next is judgment. Ito yung kakayahan mo na mag-decide ng tama based on the situation gamit yung knowledge at experience mo. Next is skills. Ito yung actual na kakayahan mong gawin yung mga task o paano mo ilalapat yung knowledge at judgment mo sa mga real-life situations. So when it comes to taking care of patients, there are three main parts of practice you need to focus on. One is identification. This is figuring out what the problem is or what needs to be done. It's like diagnosing or assessing the situation. Number two is ministration. This is the action part, how you provide the care, treatment, or help the patient needs. Number three, validation. This is checking if what you did actually worked. It's making sure the patient's needs were met and that the treatment was effective. Next is art. Art, application of knowledge and skills to bring about desired results. Four main goals of art: understanding patients' needs and concerns, developing goals and actions intended to enhance patients' ability, and directing the activities related to the medical plan to improve the patient's condition. Nursing art involves three initial operations: the stimulus, preconception, and interpretation. Stimulus, ito yung unang nangyayari, like may nakita o nararamdaman ang nurse na kailangan niyang tutukan. Halimbawa, may bagong sintomas na lumabas yung pasyente. Preconception. Dito, tinitignan ng nurse kung ano ang mga bagay na alam niya o mga experiences niya ang pwedeng makatulong. Parang iniisip niya na, may history pala ng ganito si patient dati. And then, the third is interpretation. Pagkatapos ng stimulus at preconception, ngayon, i-interpret na ng nurse kung anong ibig sabihin ng mga signs o sintomas. Tinitignan kung ano ang mga posibleng dahilan ng kondisyon ng pasyente. So, the nurses reacts based on those operations. Her action may be rational action, reactionary action, and deliberative action. So when we say rational action, this is when the nurses makes a logical and thoughtful decision based on evidence and facts. Meaning dito gumagawa or nag-iisip ang mga nurses ng right decision na nakabase sa katotohanan or sa nangyayari. Next is deliberative action. When we say deliberative action, this is when the nurse takes time to carefully think about the best course of action before acting. Meaning, ito naman yung time na nag-iisip ng mabuti at maayos yung mga nurses about sa best action or sa best solution sa patients bago gawin yung iniisip niya. Last is reactionary action. When we say reactionary action, this is when the nurse responds quickly, often without much thinking, based on the situation. So, ito yung mabilis na nagre-respond yung mga nurses ng walang pag-aalinlangan or pag-iisip. Halimbawa is may emergency, so agad na nagre-respond yung mga nurses doon para i-assist yung patient. So, nursing. Nurses ascribe to an explicit philosophy. Basic to these are reverence for the gift of life, respect for the dignity, worth, autonomy, and individuality of each human being, resolution to act dynamically in relation to one's belief. So, reverence for the gift of life means mahalaga sa kanila ang buhay ng bawat tao kaya tinatrato nila ito ng may respeto at pagpapahalaga. It's like recognizing na ang buhay is a precious gift na kailangan nating pangalagaan. So, respect for the dignity, worth, autonomy, and individuality of each human being, meaning parang sa bawat pasyente, may pagpapahalaga sila sa unique na pagkatao ng tao. Hindi lang sila tinitignan bilang may sakit o may kondisyon, kundi bilang buong tao. Kaya tinatrato sila ng may respeto regardless of who they are or what their background is. Next is resolution to act dynamically in relation to one's belief. It means that nurses don't just believe in these values, but they also make sure to act on them. Hindi lang sila naniniwala sa mga principles na to, kundi tinitiyak din nila na ginagawa nila ito araw-araw sa kanilang trabaho. Like sa pag-aalaga at pagiging compassionate sa pasyente. Next is person. Each person is endowed with a unique potential to develop self-sustaining resources. People generally tend towards independence and fulfillment of responsibilities. Self-awareness and self-acceptance are essential to personal integrity or self-worth, and whatever an individual does at any given moment represents the best available judgment for the persons at the time. So, meaning each person has the potential to develop resources that can help them become self-sufficient. Ibig sabihin, kaya nating mag-provide para sa mga sarili natin. Most of the time, gusto ng tao maging independent at mag-take ng responsibility sa buhay nila. So, importante na maging self-aware tayo, na malaman natin ang mga strength and weaknesses natin at tanggapin natin yon. Kasi, yung self-acceptance, yun ang magbibigay ng value sa atin. And also, whatever decision we make, it's always based on the best judgment we can make at that time, given what we know and feel in the moment. Next is health. So, health not defined or discussed in Weidenbach's model. So, yung health is hindi na discuss sa model ni Weidenbach. So, it means wala ito dun sa kanyang model. Environment. Weidenbach does not specifically address the concept of environment. She recognized the potential effects of environment. However, Weidenbach didn't really talk about environment directly, but she did recognize that the environment could have an impact, meaning she understood na ang paligid at sitwasyon ng tao, like their home or work, or even social conditions can affect how they feel and behave. Pero hindi siya nag-focus specifically on that aspect, although alam niyang may effect ito.
Clinical nursing. The relationship between its focus and constituents. So basically, when we helping the patient ay hindi ka lang basta-basta tumutulong sa mga pasyente because there is an art behind it. Ibig sabihin, meron mga guidelines or dapat na i-consider when we are helping a patient. Ang halimbawa nito ay ang prescriptive theory ay ito yung action-oriented na tumutulong or tinuturo niya sa atin ang isang specific action on how to help patients. Location form. Induction. Dito sa induction ay nakapokus lang tayo sa kung ano ang kailangan ng pasyente natin. Katulad ng situation producing prescriptive theory. Situation producing prescriptive theory. producing scripted theory. So, as a nurse ay isa sa mga goal ng nurse ay dapat is to identify a patient's need for help, like kailan ba talaga nila kailangan ang tulong for that matter, kasi minsan may mga pasyente na hindi nagsasabi because they don't accept and they do not recognize na they are really need help. Practice more acceptable today than on 1950s and 1960s. Sa ngayon, it is more acceptable na i-apply ng mga nurse or natin ang mga practices sa theory ni Weidenbach kaysa sa dati na noong 1950s to 1960s. In the 1980s, the healthcare industry provided the supposedly unique concept of family-centered care, which Weidenbach addressed some 20 years ago. In the 1980s, the healthcare industry provided the supposedly unique concept of family-centered care, which Weidenbach addressed some 20 years ago. In 1880s is about the healthcare industry ay nag-provide ng isang unique concept of family-centered care, which is si Weidenbach para mas lalo natin matulungan ang mga pasyente na mabilis sila makarecover sa kanilang mga problema. Kaya bumigay si Weidenbach ng mga process kung paano yung gagawin, because basically ang tinuturo niya sa atin ay kung paano natin tulungan ang mga pasyente. Education. Weidenbach proposed that nursing education serves the practice in 4 major ways. Number 1, it is responsible for the preparation of future practitioners of nursing. The number 1 is it is responsible for the student na makatulong sa kanilang nursing journey, na kung saan isa itong preparation sa mga future nurse sa kanilang pagpapractice. Number 2, it arranges for nursing students to gain experience in clinical areas of hospital or the home of their patients. It is arranged for nursing students, like para ang mga nursing students ay makakakuha or matuto sila sa mga experience sa clinical areas like sa hospital, ganun. Then, pwede din sa bahay ng kanilang mga pasyente. Number 3, representatives may function in the clinical and may work closely with the staff. Dito ay nakakatulong ito, like ang mga function in the clinical area na mas lalo mo din makikilala or maging close ang mga staff nurse. Halimbawa sa hospital na yon. Number 4. It offers educational opportunities to the nurse for special or advanced studies. It is offers para sa education dahil isang malaking opportunities para sa mga nursing students na nagpa-practice and as well as sa mga nag-a-advanced studies. Research. Before the development of Weidenbach model, nursing research focused more on the medical model than on nursing model. Before the development of Weidenbach model ay ang nursing research ay nakapokus on the medical model kaysa sa nursing model. In her model, focus of nursing research is related to the patient's response to the healthcare experience. Kaya dahil sa theory niya ay in her model ay ito ay nakapokus ito sa nursing research na related to the patient's response, kung ano ang mga na-experience nila sa kanilang health or nararamdaman nila. Further development. Pioneer, the writing of nursing theory needs to be further developed by more clearly defining the concept of health and environment. The component of nursing art needs to be identified in operation way. Sabi dito, kailangan pang i-clarify yung isang nursing theory na gawa ng isang sikat na expert. dapat mas clear yung meaning ng health at environment. And dapat mas ma-explain kung paano ginagamit yung nursing art sa actual practice. Clarity. Concept and definition are clear, consistent, and intelligible. In the word clarity, it is a concept that refers to quality of being clear and easily understandable. We must ensure understanding and minimize and misinterpretation. The benefits of clarity is it is increased productivity, which is reduce the time spent in clarifying misunderstanding. Simplicity. Too many relational statements. It is about being specific, but clear definition. It is establishing shared understanding. The key terms sa concept na ito it is must avoid ambiguity or yung pagiging malabo, kasi brief is better than thousand explanation na hindi naman klaro or clear, kasi misunderstanding yung resulta minsan. Generality. Broad concept of need for help not applicable to some patients. Broad concept of need for help not applicable to some patients. Based on my research, generality is about a process to develop general knowledge about population. Ito ay malawak na concept to give way for adaptation to diverse contexts. Empirical precision. Partially made difficult to taste. This concept provide actionable insight into predictable outcome. So sinasabi dun na it's difficult to taste because it is refers to accuracy and reliability of research finding. Theories of framework based on systematic observation, experience, and data-driven evidence. Derivable consequence fulfills the purpose for which it was developed to describe professional practice. Derivable consequence, it is a concept na ginawa ito describe as the professional practices, which is nagpo-focus siya sa mga bagay na predictable na mga professional.